That set the table for Henderson's heroics. Okay, you score the game winner in game 6. You score the game winner in game 7. Tied the series. The series is all tied up. Game 8 coming up. If the game had have ended in a 5-5 tie, which it was late in the game, the Russians were going to claim victory because they had scored more goals. Were you aware of that at the time?
I was very aware of it. They told us that. And here's our line was out of the ice, Clarkie, Ellis, and I, and we came off with about a minute left in the game. And Harry sent out Esposito, Cournoyer, and Peter Mahovlich. He started taking over from Frank, playing in that line. And but then Simon come down and he looked at us and he said, "You guys, if they come off, you guys are up. You finish it off." So we knew we were up. And we're sitting on the bench, and Joe, I can't even explain it to this day. About the 1 minute mark, I got to get on the ice. We got to win this game. We cannot lose this game. And I did something, Joe, I never did before. I never did it again. I started yelling at Peter Mahovlich, the left winger, to come off the ice. Can you imagine I do that? Peter comes off, and the Russians go down and score. I'd be living in Siberia today. But there's risk rewards in life. And it was just, I have to get on the ice. And the other thing, Joe, when I scored that goal and we get back to the bench, Harry said to us, "You guys finish it off." And I said, "Harry, I can't do it. I am done. I would be petrified to play the last 34 seconds. You put somebody else out there. I am done." And I knew I was petrified to play that. Can you believe that? I just scored that goal, and I didn't want to play the last. I knew myself. And I would say to you, after we got back into our dressing room, we weren't jumping around. We were just sitting back in our chairs, having a beer. And it was probably half an hour before I took my skates off. We were just utterly, physically, emotionally drained. In fact, coaches have told me they've used this to show people, get back up as soon as,
never give up.
Down,
yep.
Never give up. So anyway, I panicked. Actually, I saw Phil. Now, he should have covered this. It wasn't a hard shot, but I panicked. Oh, my God. And so I tried to put it right along the ice, and he threw out his pad and got it. And fortunate for me, it came right back, and then I had about a foot of empty space and put it in. And, Joe, here's the other thing. When that puck went across the line, my father had died in 1968, and I said out loud, and I'd never thought of my dad, that whole series. It went across the line, and I said out loud, "Dad would have loved this one." And then, of course, jumped into Cournoyer's arms, almost broke his back, and been riding it now for 50 years.